Good morning.
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 How are you people doing? How are you, Betsy and Greg?
Just
Doing
great.
fine.
Brian wins the whatever you win for being the first here in the morning. He was here like at 8 this morning.
Wow.
Brian with an eye. Then I got in
That's
trouble.
early.
Yeah. Debbie Root, did you see I answered your question about how to find your connections? But she was putting them up anyway.
Look at that.
Woohoo. Is your house on fire, Betsy?
No, I'm so there. Fire engine going down the street.
Oh
There we
my.
go.
Sorry.
No problem. Don't care what you call me. Don't call me late for dinner. That's one of the sayings for the question of the week. Debbie Root's here. Brian's here. Sharon Hayes, Norman Weston, Judy Stutz, Susan Anderson, Chris Ferriello. Where was Chris last week? He wasn't with us.
Yeah, he wasn't with us last week.
No. See, we noticed, Chris. We noticed when
did.
you're not here. Lisa Gervais. Hey, Lisa. Let's see. Christine Daniels. Tommy Buck. Hey, Tommy Buck. That was such a good answer to the question of the week last week. Thank you very much. That was so good. Like I said, you crazy man. Mary Sleppy. Hey, Mary. How are you doing? More people will be wandering in. There's a whole bunch more people watching than there are actually in the chat. That's okay. You don't have to be in the chat. But if you're in the chat, we get to pick on you. Greg?
Yes.
Greg, you do not look like you're wearing little pointy shoes. Finnegan's wondering if you're going to let him in.
Oh, yes.
He's looking out the front door.
There you go. Come on in.
Come on, Finnegan.
There we go.
See, we're very dog friendly. We allow dogs in our work.
We like dogs in, yeah.
Yeah, Chris, Greg, your little shoes have little pointy bells.
No, I don't have pointy shoes, but I do have a Santa hat.
Oh.
Because I'm
why?
excited to announce
why
the WikiTree Secret Santa 2022 is alive.
Hey.
Yes, 2022. So yesterday afternoon, I made 2 posts on G2G. One saying that the wish list is now open for people to make wishes. And another one, even more important, is the... Nice. Nice. And the other one is for elves. We definitely want lots of elves to help us out this year. So last year, as you recall, we had a Secret Santa, and originally it was from a G2G post. Someone just said, well, you know, if you had if you were going to ask Santa for something, what would it be? And it was just sort of an offhand thing. And then when we talked about it at the live cast, Megs threw out, well, wouldn't it be fun if we actually tried to answer some of these ones? And then and Donna Bowman took the reins and helped organize that. And so it turned out to be an extra challenge, and it was great fun. And there's lots of interest in doing it again this year. So this year, the G2G post is out, and the wishes. Now, we can't guarantee that every wish is going to be answered, but we can guarantee that all will be considered and that the elves will do their best to do as many as we can. So there is the post for the elves wanted. And when you sign up to be an elf, you just have to click the answer button and then answer this post. There we go. And then you will get a welcome message. You'll get a welcome message in here, but you'll also actually get a personal greeting from myself or my other 2 co-leads, Christine Daniels, who's in the chat, and Kathy Nava, who usually is in the chat and might be there. I just didn't notice if her name has showed up yet.
Lisa Gervais is one of your elves.
She is. Lisa Gervais is one of my elves. Yeah. And so I've got, in fact, there's a couple that just signed up just as I was getting ready for the live cast. So I have to greet them and get them to join. We are going to be using Discord to talk back and forth and help each other out. If some of a number of the wishes that have come in so far are brick wall ones, and if we need to team up to try and tackle those brick walls, we will, and we'll be able to use Discord to do that.
You got Melanie McComb too.
Yes, Melanie.
I love I'm excited at how excited she is about WikiTree.
I know, isn't that amazing?
She's the Shamrock Elf. She's over with the New England Historical Society or American Ancestors. It's so cool that
Yeah.
one of our celebrities actually has dug in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And her
She's-
talk at the symposium was fantastic. Her
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomantis. Oh, okay, Maria. Excellent.
Toman.
How many elves do you
Tomantis.
have?
What's that?
How many elves do you have so far?
I think to say 14.
I
think
haven't been counting,
I
but I've
think there's
been scrolling.
14 that I've got on my spreadsheet so far. But
You have an
I know that
Italian elf,
yeah, we got an Italian elf. Yes, he'll bring gifts from the Bufana.
John
sure.
Tyner.
And
Hillary Gadsden.
John and Hillary just signed up, and I haven't greeted them yet. So I will
Yeah,
have to do that.
hey, you guys, that is so cool. It's like watching our Saturday live cast folks.
I know.
Jump
Oh,
into
and Dawn
this
is there.
great,
Dawn
thing.
is in
So
our
here's
chat.
the-
She said she loves. Well, let me just highlight that because. Well, thank you, Donna, for
Donna,
everything
you
did last year.
were the main elf last year, and we loved your work.
That's
Just
right.
saying.
Yes. And I also have to admit, I stole your artwork from last year and used it for the free space page again. But I gave you credit. I gave you a source.
Yeah.
So the other thing, I don't know if you want to pull up the wishes list because it's funny. You don't have to, but some people are they're answering. So the first one, Lisa Gervais made a wish. A DNA. So there's been a couple that are DNA related. So that's kind of cool. But if you scroll down, there's some that are fun because they got into the real spirit of things and said like, "Dear Santa, dear WikiTree elf," and I've been a good WikiTreeer this year. I like the next one. "Dear Santa, it's Debbie. I've been a good this year researching most of my family, but I wonder if you could look into your magic bag and see if you could find some of my in-laws." And then there's one who got
point out your wish will not be answered as an answer to your request.
No.
Because we don't know if Santa's going to answer your request until Christmas, right? When are you going to announce the answers?
Right. So this challenge won't actually start until Christmas Eve because I don't want to take away from the final WikiTree challenge of the year, which is Mariah Carey, which goes from 15th to the 23rd, I believe, are the dates. So for those who sign up to be elves, especially if you haven't done this challenge before, I would recommend strongly that you sign up and help out with the Mariah Carey challenge, and that's so you get your feet wet in learning how to do all this challenge stuff and using Discord and all that other stuff. So, but our challenge will actually start officially on the 24th. Now we're not doing a live cast on the 24th, us three, but I actually am having an Elven Zoom meeting starting at 10 o'clock for half an hour on that Saturday morning.
I just want to come and watch the meeting.
Okay.
I've never seen an elf in person. That would be virtual though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have an Elven Zoom meeting, and it's only gonna be half an hour. And because I know Christmas Eve is a very busy day for everyone. I did get a message from one of our elves who says it's 4 a.m. I don't think I'm gonna make it in their time. I understand. And then we'll have 2 weeks to do the challenge. And then the final reveal will be on our Saturday live cast on January 7th. So, and then the results will be revealed there, and details will be in the free space page and stuff. So,
yay!
Anyways, join in.
Yeah, this.
I was going to say one of the wishes there that I thought was fun. Someone was a little saucy, and they said "Santa baby," like they started their post with that. You scroll down, it's kind of funny.
Greg is singing with his deep, sultry, sexy voice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know how to segue into this, but the question of the week is,
okay,
what words of wisdom have been passed down in your family? Now, I have to say, somebody upvoted. I'm on the second page. If I ever knew how to navigate myself around and be prepared, I'd be just invincible. The very first question that got best answer is from Daisy Craigie, and it says, "You are better with the devil you know than the devil you do not." I don't know that I like that. Because sometimes the devil is the devil.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people. So let's see. Another one is keep your mouth closed so you'll look smarter. Boy, that was a
No.
1940s saying to kids. That's not nice. But
No.
Alexis, we want you to come in and talk more. There we go.
Yeah.
Great aunt used to say, "I want gets nothing." I've heard that one.
Hmm.
Do you guys have a favorite saying that you've heard
Hmm.
in your families? See,
Oh.
I used to know a saying. It was like a little thing about that. My wants don't know what my needs be.
Oh.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
wants don't know what my needs be. Vic Watt
Interesting.
says getting old is hell.
Mhm.
Let's see. M. Ross says go down the basement and kill each other quietly and don't get blood on the carpet.
Wow.
Now she's talking to her 7 children.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. Somebody, Kitty Smith answered, or Kay Smith. I kind of like go play on the highway.
Ooh.
Go see if the yellow line needs painting. Let's see. When you work hard, be honest and care for others. You can hold your head up and be proud of who you are. That's from Sheila Moore.
Mhm.
Chris Miller says, blessed to be a blessing. If you don't have something nice to say nothing.
Nothing at all.
Mm.
Yeah. Don't do anything you wouldn't want to tell your grandmother about.
Mhm.
Don't say anything you wouldn't say in church.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. It will feel better when it quits hurting and a man is only as good as his word. Buy a good pair of shoes and a good mattress because you're going to be in one or the other. That's from Eric Weddington.
Oh,
That's
neat.
I've never heard that one.
It's smart though when you think of it.
Okay, here we go. Now, Sandy Paddock is Appalachian. And I'm going to explain to you that when somebody says, bless your heart or bless her heart, it does not mean bless your heart.
It doesn't?
No, it means that's none of your business or you're an idiot.
Oh.
Oh, bless your heart. You have no idea what you're talking about. Bless your heart. Oh, let's see. Don't call anyone names that you would not want to be called. After watching me do something wrong for a good chunk of the day, I would ask my dad why didn't he stop me and correct me. John Vasky says, now you'll never do it again. Yeah. One of my bosses said to me once when I worked in engineering, he said, if you never made mistakes, you'd never learn. Yeah. Let's see. You'll never do it wrong again. Let's see. Matthew Sullivan says, keep your feet dry and your head warm in wintertime. And I hear people say, keep your head dry in wintertime too. If you go out with a wet head, you'll get a cold.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Okay. Soccer is the real football. Jeffrey Tobin. That's apropos because FIFA is still going on.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd put a copy of Bellamy's Looking Backward in every library. I need to look that one up. Somebody look that up. You are responsible for yourself from Mike Chin. Mary Hill says, my dad always told my brother and I that if a man does not have a good name, he has nothing. I have passed that on to my kids as well. My dad found a wallet at the rodeo one time that had $1,000 in it. He contacted the man who also had the same exact name as my dad. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
They met up and my dad returned the wallet. The man offered him $100 for returning it. My dad said, no need to do that. It was the right thing to do. How cool is that? And she gives a link off to her dad's profile.
Oh, nice.
That's great. My grandmother used to say when I would want to do something, she would say, we don't do that in our family. Oh, and the other thing was, if you were getting out of the house, do you have clean underwear on?
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah, why?
Yeah.
In case you're taken away by the ambulance.
Yeah, in case you get in an accident.
Exactly.
You're not gonna. If I get in an accident, I'm probably gonna pee myself anyway. So sorry.
It won't be clean.
It won't be clean. Let's see. Catherine Luma says, "Let's have a cup of coffee." I was just thinking the same thing. Great minds think alike, and fools seldom differ.
Yes.
Let's see. Great minds. I was just thinking of you. That kind of thing. Let's see. Let's go off to page 2. No, don't take anything for granted. Oh, let's see. Put things away, not down. A pleasure shared is a pleasure doubled. A sorrow shared is a sorrow divided. That's a good one. I've never heard
That's
that.
nice. I
A
like
sorrow
that.
divided. That's a good one. You should use that next time you're playing in a funeral.
Yeah.
A place for everything and everything in its place. I have heard that. Let's see. Take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. You know, I used to save pennies, and I think I saved a couple of pounds too.
Me too.
Let's see. Don't forget to upvote these questions.
Yeah.
My mom would say you're judged by the company you keep. Let's see. 10 2-letter words. I have it on my wall. Ronna Braddock. If it is to be, it is up to me. Huh. That was good. My mom used to say, if wishes were horses, we'd all take a ride. I've heard something similar to that. That's kind of like your wants don't know what your needs be. Walk tall, shoulders back, strut as if you walk down the street. There you go. I need to do that more. I feel like I like to draw, and I draw in my lap, and I sometimes think I'm doing this. So.
Yeah.
My mother told me no one is better than you. They may be as good, but never better. Of course, nobody's better than your kids. Never promise a child anything, not even a hiding, unless you carry it out when you get home. Huh?
Oh, a hiding, like a spanking.
Oh, like a spanking. Sorry, Heather, I had to get that one in my brain. If you keep your promises to them, they know that they can trust you. That's interesting. Mama said, my mama said, whatever you sow, you shall also reap. If you choose to lie, then people cannot trust you. There you go. Bonnie Lang. My grandfather said, translated into English, it becomes roughly. Sometimes it happens that you have to take one hand and wipe with the other. Okay, that's from Carrie Undbecken. Oh, there we go. Peter Brandt on Hérité des 7 generations. We inherit 7 generations. Did I say that right? Yeah. Yeah, WikiTree links don't work on anyway. Don't knock on the devil's door. And here's the last one. My mother used to tell her children, the world isn't fair. You must learn to deal with it. I never knew the rest of it. With wish in one hand, I never knew the rest. Yeah, there's the wish in one hand and something in the other. Wish in one hand, poop in the other. See which one fills up faster. Those were the questions of the week, people.
I looked up looking backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, yes?
Looking backward. It is a utopian science fiction novel by Edward Bellamy. It was sold 1 million copies in short order. And it influenced many intellectuals, appears by title in many socialist writings of the day. One of the few books ever published that created almost immediately on its appearance a political mass movement. And
wow.
There are actually over 162 Bellamy clubs that sprang up in the U.S. to discuss and propagate the book's ideas. So that's from Wikipedia.
Wow.
Look at Chris Ferriello pulling out a...
Oh, yeah, Spider-Man. Of course.
Can I just add one saying? This is not in my family, but this is on... We put it on the wall of the band room at school. It's hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And I have new students who come in the room and they go,
are you a marching band?
No, we don't march.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
so much fun learning how to play a trumpet while you're marching or flute
and freezing
and doing those choreography. Yeah, it's a whole subculture. No,
yeah.
Hey, look.
Hi, Eowyn.
The elf missed the elf. We had an elf in here today, Eowyn. So that's the question of the week. The elf is back. Here we go.
Oh, but that's a little warm. So actually, I don't even need this. So the profiles of the week. The profile is which 2022 newsmaker are you most closely connected to?
You know, Greg, before you go further, I just noticed
Yes.
something here.
What's that?
Stop sharing your screen for just a second.
Okay.
Did you get dressed really quickly this morning?
Oh, yeah, I know, because this is over. I
You gotta
did.
fix your collar. It's bugging
Got a
the heck
wardrobe
out of me.
malfunction. But yeah, I know.
Yeah, still not good.
It's still not good.
Still
I don't know.
not right.
Really? You think the WikiTrees really want to see this on the live cast?
There we go.
There we go. Is
Thank
that
you.
better?
Oh my gosh,
Very
that's funny.
handsome.
Okay, go ahead. I'll put your screen back up. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So this week I actually hosted Ask Alesh Anything, and here he is. Now he's going to rescind his offer to have me host from here on in. Okay, thank you. Anyways, which 2022 newsmaker are you most closely related to? And I think King Charles III is my actual closest connection, and he's the lead profile for this week.
Alesh is here too, so good thing you mentioned that.
Well, that's exactly what I mentioned. Yes.
Chris
Yes.
Ferriello has
He's
to
gonna think
comment
so professional.
on it.
Jeez.
Professional up to this point.
Very good. Oh my goodness. So here we are. Yeah, King Charles, 20 degrees away from me, but he's also my 17th cousin, 4 times removed. So this here is thanks to the browser extension plugin. And that's why I get this little extra nugget of goodness in my profiles when I'm looking at them here. So of course we know King Charles, son of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II, became king this year after his mother's death. And very nice biography here. Outlines his life, his birth, the firstborn in 1948. Of course, baptized by the Archbishop of Canterbury, and an Archbishop of Canterbury will, of course, preside over his coronation, which happens next May, I believe it is, in 2023. So anyways, it goes through. It's nicely done. I think there was actually a couple of things in here that I thought were not accurate, or they were or I think they've been revised. One of them was about his title, that he was the Duke of Edinburgh, but that title's reverted to Prince Edward. I'm not sure. Has it officially been given to Prince Edward? I know they.
Yes, I think that they have.
They have, eh?
He's my 13th cousin once removed.
Ooh, closer. Nice.
His mama is my 11th cousin once removed, but through a different line. I
was going to say, how did that skip a generation?
I like the 21 degrees little thing up there too.
Yes, me too.
I just saw that.
Like the top here, this here in the circle.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Charles,
you're closest to Taylor Swift, though, Greg.
Oh, I am.
Yeah,
me too.
Wow.
Yep, you and Madame.
Okay, because I think she's a cousin as well. I'm pretty sure. So she must be a closer one. So the next newsmaker of the year is someone whose name I could not read in the Japanese script, but moving down.
It's Shinzo Abe, the prime minister who got assassinated. Yeah.
That's exactly it. So you know more about him than I do. So what is his first name?
Shinju. So it would be last name. Last name is Abe. The names go in reverse order. So Abe is the surname.
Shinzo Abe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we, in Western culture, we just default to doing it the way we're used to doing it. But
right. So Shinzu is how you pronounce it.
I think so.
Okay. So yes, he was prime minister of Japan for 3 times, I think, or at least 2.
He was very popular.
Yeah, very popular. He was the longest serving Japanese prime minister, but sadly, this year, which is why he made the news. Even though he'd retired from politics due to health concerns in 2020, he still was active and was making a speech on July 8th, and then was shot twice from behind, and then pronounced dead at the hospital 5.5 hours later.
Look at what Chris brings up here.
Did he really?
Why wasn't this on his?
A picture, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's very sad, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get to the mute button fast enough.
No, that's okay. Johnny Depp, my 13th cousin, apparently. 24 degrees, but 13th
Betsy's
cousin.
closest to him.
Taylor Swift and Johnny Depp are my closest.
Yep.
Aw.
And Elon Musk is not far off there.
Yeah.
Can I borrow
Wow.
some money?
So Johnny Depp still living and has a very short bio, American actor, film producer and stuff. And his notoriety is because of the big trial that went on this year with him versus defamation character versus Amber. So nothing more to say there. Let's move along.
11th cousin from him.
Are you? What was
I'm
that?
talking about Elon Musk. Sorry.
Oh,
I should really pay attention.
Okay. Ketanji or Ketanji Jackson?
Ketanji.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's right.
That's what I would have thought, but I just thought I'd double check. Ketanji Jackson, part of U.S. Black history, attorney, federal judge, and the first Black woman to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States. Very impressive. Daughter of Johnny Brown and Ellery Ross, born in 1970. She's young.
Yes.
And attended college, law school at Harvard, graduated with a BA. Prior to becoming Supreme Court Justice, she was a clerk for the Supreme Court Justice, a public defender, served on the Sentencing Commission, and then a couple other judgeships. And then in 2022, President Joseph Biden nominated her to the Supreme Court, where she was confirmed June 30th. Congratulations. And there we go. 9th cousin. Look how close. 9th cousin. Taylor Swift. We share a set of 8th great grandparents, and probably a whole pile others too. If she has any French Canadian, which obviously she does here in her background, there's probably a bunch there. Grammy Award winning pop singer, country singer, and all that. Born 13th of December, so her birthday's coming up in a few days.
Mhm.
I should send my cousin a card. But according to the original post, she's notable this year because she broke Ticketmaster. And I don't know that story. I guess I'm not a Swiftie. So what happened? A new concert came out and too many people wanted to go.
Sounds like.
I don't know all the details, but I gathered that was what had happened.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're pretty popular if you bring down a whole site. And then we have Elon Musk, 24th cousin, 3 times removed. Very distant. Back in the 1200s is my common ancestor with him. CEO, of course, of Tesla and SpaceX and all that. His bio is interesting. It's genealogically interesting because he was born in Pretoria in South Africa, but they lived in Canada, and he actually married a Canadian author. They had 5 children, but only from 2 pregnancies, a set of twins and then a set of triplets. So genealogically, that's pretty cool. Some of the other things that he's notorious for this year, taking over Twitter and stuff, and some of the chaos that has ensued from that, not so genealogically positive. So we'll just move along here. But his profile and some of the facts in it are genealogically interesting, I think. Nancy Pelosi, maiden name D'Alessandro, daughter of Thomas J. Ludwig John D'Alessandro and Annunziata Lombardi. Those first names don't seem very Italian sounding, do they?
No, they don't.
But if you look at her genealogy, it's all Italian all the time. Though her father was born in Baltimore, Maryland. So her grandfather, Tommaso, obviously came over before 1903. So there was I I think right after the unification of Italy which was 61 or 1871? I think it was 1861. There was a lot of turmoil in that. And so there were a number of Italians who came over in the 1890s, 80s, and 90s. So I suspect that's what happened. But anyways, going back to her profile. Again, it's a fairly short profile because she's still living, but it talks about her assuming her office. So she's the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives.
She's retiring.
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yes. Step down.
There's actually a new one already. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very good. And is it because of her role that she is the primary newsmaker, or is it a couple of things that she had to stick handle as speaker this year? That
I think that there's a lot of stuff that she had to handle, but I think that it also has a lot to do with the vitriol that's, a part of the American.
They've attacked her a lot, right?
Yeah, and her husband was actually attacked in their home recently.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's,
She was the intended target, but
Yeah.
I mean, her husband, the injuries he sustained were significant.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's she's been in the target. Has she made herself a target? I don't know. I think you depends on who you ask.
Wow. Next on the list, Mary Louise Tobin, who passed away this year. And her claim to fame is she's a jazz singer.
She's my closest, of course.
Is she? Excellent.
I'm gonna start scatting in a minute.
Oh, scatting. Yeah. Because she's a jazz singer. She was she was the last living jazz singer who had recorded prior to 1940. She was 104 years old when she passed away.
Wow.
End of November, so just recently.
Wow.
American swing jazz singer and musician, last of the recorded jazz singers from before.
Harry James, the Harry James Orchestra.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was her husband, Harry James.
I know him. I had never heard of her.
Yeah. She appeared with Benny Goodwin. She introduced Frank Sinatra to her husband, and that gave Frank his big start. So very impressive. But the end of an era with the passing of Louise Tobin, as she went by.
Okay, so here we go. You ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Share your screen. Or you're just playing the music?
Oh, we could barely hear it.
Okay. Mags is rocking out to some Louise Tobin jazz. Okay, we'll pretend to hear it, Mags. That's great. Meanwhile, I'm just going to move on. Liz Truss, MP, one-time Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Sadly, her claim to fame is she was the shortest. She had the shortest term as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Just a month and a half, basically, 6th of September to October 20th. Now, the silver lining is that she was the last Prime Minister to have met the Queen. So that was kind of cool. Just 2 days before she passed away, Queen Elizabeth officially met with her and asked her to take over the government, or to lead the government. But sadly, 45 days, all she lasted. But there's a pretty good profile, talks about her career and her political life. So, and there's some research notes because there is a conflict between what the GRO birth index says and what the website says where she was born. So that's something that could be followed up with. So always good to see those research notes on a profile. Moving on.
I love research notes.
Yes. Oh yeah. Serena Williams, born in the 80s, to daughter of Richard Williams and Oracene Price. Professional tennis player, ranked singles world number 1 by the World Tennis Association for 319 weeks. That's a long time.
It is.
And 23 Grand Slam singles. Born in 1981, Saginaw. Began playing tennis around age 3. Wow. And made a professional debut in Quebec City, Canada. Bell Challenge. Also won 4 Olympic gold medals, 3 of them in doubles with her sister Venus. And she married an internet entrepreneur, Alexis Ohanian, in 2017.
Reddit.
So what's
he was
her
the founder of Reddit.
Reddit? Yes.
Oh.
Great.
Huge.
Neat. Okay. So her claim to fame for this particular year, did she win a title this year? Is that why she got it in the list? Do we know? Let's see. Tennis superstar retirement. Oh, she's retiring. There we go. And the final one for the list is Irene Wust. Wust. She's Dutch. Dutch long track speed skater who became the most successful speed skating Olympian ever by achieving at least 1 gold medal in each of 5 consecutive Winter Olympic appearances, and the only athlete to win an individual gold medal in 5 consecutive Olympics, summer or winter, as well as being both the youngest Dutch Olympic champion and the oldest speed skating champion in the Winter Olympics. So not many people have a youngest and oldest record at the same time.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's kind of wild, eh? Neat.
Yeah.
So very cool. And nice biography. Born in 86. And the umlaut, I love this neat little linguistic geekiness here. The umlaut in her name, that's the EU with the two dots over top of it, is not commonly used in Dutch, but in her family's case, it's because of a German ancestor, and umlauts, U with an umlaut is used in German often.
Proust.
Proust, yeah. For example, yeah. But it talks about her being a speed skater, going professional in 2005, highly decorated, Knight of the Order of the Netherlands Lion. That's kind of cool. And then she was appointed Commander of the Order of Orange Nassau. And she retired in 2022 after an outstanding career.
I would like to be the Knight of the Order of the Welsh Dragon.
The Welsh Dragon, not the Netherlands Dragon. Very cool. So there you have it. There's your profiles of the week.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I leave you some time for a change?
You did. We have 10 photos, and Mags is going to introduce the theme.
It is spectacles.
Spectacles?
Yes.
Our specs?
Yes, we all 3 have spectacles. So thank you. Now let me go to M. All right. Getting this. Let me know when I've hit the right size.
And you want to maximize your screen.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So this one was first one always Alexis Nelson, ready to go with her photo.
Yes.
This is her husband's paternal grandfather. And I loved all the detail that she gave, that he was an optometrist.
Of course.
And his practice was in the back of a Muskogee, Oklahoma jewelry store where he made spectacles. And he and others formed the Oklahoma Optometric. I'm going to give up on
Optometric?
Optometric Association. He practiced for 61 years. And I thought this was interesting too. He had degrees in both eyes and ears from Northern Illinois College.
I'm going to avoid pronouncing those.
Ophthalmology and otology. Those I could say. Thanks, Craig. Here's his diploma from Northern Illinois College. I looked that up, and that college no longer exists. It might now be part of. We have a Northern Illinois University, so it might be part of that. But that's not in the city. So thank you, Alexis. Now we need some help here. Joyce posted this photo of Grandma Finger, and she's looking for her first name. So she was married twice. She was Joyce's grandmother's step grandmother. married to a
Mm,
Bernice Smith, and then her second husband was someone with the surname Finger.
mm.
So if anyone,
Grandma Finger.
yeah.
Hmm.
I also didn't know that Bernice could be a man's name. I had never seen that before. That was
Huh.
interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Now, in honor of, oh, well, I'm not going to unscreen share, but I am drinking from my Niagara Falls mug today in honor of this photo, which was
Nice.
You
taken.
still hold your mug up. We
You
can
can hold
see
it
you
up
over
in
Oh,
there.
front.
really? Okay. My
There we
Niagara.
go.
There
Nice.
we go. This was Pat Miller posted this of her aunt and her first cousin Gloria, and she and Gloria were genealogy buddies for many years.
Mhm.
And Pat, I'm just so glad that you are back into genealogy, doing what you love.
Mhm.
What is she holding?
Maybe brochures or
It looks like she's like displaying them.
yeah. I don't know. I can't quite make out the script.
Looks
But
like an ancestor DNA kit or something.
There you go. Back in the 50s.
Probably not. There's just something about that design, or I don't know what it is.
That's like the 5th time you've mentioned DNA kits today, Greg.
I have to say, I love the dress that her aunt's wearing. I have a soft spot for 50s.
For 50s.
Yeah, the way the skirts hang.
Girl Guide cookies, maybe. I don't know.
Well, maybe Pat will tell us. Maybe she can zoom in on the original.
Yeah.
Here is cousin Carl Seibel, favorite of her grandmother's. This was posted by Mark Weinheimer.
Mm.
It's in front of his store in Durhamville, New York. Looks like it might be a grocer's
Oh wow.
general merchandise kind of store. I see some housewares over here, food over there.
Some apples.
Apples, yeah. Is there a date on this?
No, there's not.
I'd be curious to know what year this is.
I would say it's in the 1960s.
Oh, that recent?
40s, 50s, 60s. I don't think it's 1920s.
Yeah. I wonder if you could figure it out from the prices.
I'm looking at the concrete steps up to his store.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would have had like a wooden steps earlier.
Right.
Good point. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is a no timestamp on that. Yeah. Now here we have John Vasquez's third great grandfather. Now I did find the original of this. I went to Jacob Howe's WikiTree profile, but is this big enough? This can we see it here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we have this pulled out from this, which is on the profile. Really, really nicely done with the digital labeling there. I like this. We have two pairs of spectacles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Amanda and Jacob. Yeah.
People in the chat are talking about how old they were when they got theirs.
Yeah.
Brian says 1937 for that photograph.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he really knows.
Okay.
Well,
I think he's basing it on the hat. The hat was popular in the 20s and the 30s, early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would go with that.
Interesting. Okay. So what do we have? Is that maybe trying to figure out relationships in this photo?
Oh.
Son's wife, son's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. William would be the son, and maybe Amanda would be the wife of
William John. Yeah.
But that's still a pretty big age spread. But
or is it 4 generations? Is it Jacob's the father of William, and William and Amanda had Mildred, and Mildred had Grace?
I like that. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, beautiful photo. This is from Mark Williams. his grandparents on their 50th wedding anniversary in 1964. Lovely.
That's a lovely brooch, by the way.
Yes, yes, all the details. It's set. The photos in fantastic condition. Yeah. All right, here's spectacles creating a spectacle.
Oh.
John Thompson. Let's see. This is him and his daughter Tracy when she was 6 months old.
Do you think that Tracy was trying to see herself?
She does kind of look
like
that
it,
way,
doesn't it?
Yeah. And there was this generated lots of conversation about hats. And then let's see Jim Weiberg. These are two first cousins, Mr. Lucille and George. And this is right at August 1945. 3 sets of glasses and 1 picture. Also very nicely labeled. Isn't this is a genealogist dream right here?
Yeah, exactly. Maiden names given, dates given.
Relationships. She's his second wife.
Yes. And a date for the picture itself.
Yep. And who scanned it? I mean, what else?
Man, wow. Gold star for this one.
Yes. This is from Rob Neff. My grandfather and his 3 sons, only the youngest did not have spectacles, in their well-worn farm clothes, which makes this a bit more unusual. Picture taken maybe mid-60s, but hard to date based on the clothes. I usually try and date if there's a young, a child in like this young man. I usually use that to date photos if I know.
Like how old does he look, sort of thing,
right? Exactly. Yeah.
And he's wearing tennis shoes. One of them is wearing tennis shoes.
Yes. Yep. True.
Nice.
So
there's nobody in the window.
That's right. That would be spooky if they were. Okay. Now my only problem is last time I maximized my screen, I couldn't get back to you all.
Well, you're still here. We see you.
I know, but I can't. I hit escape and nothing happens. I'm gonna try one thing.
Okay.
If anyone has any advice. Oh, wait. I got it.
Okay.
I'm coming back. Oh, okay. Here's our closing photo.
Sorry, wait. I thought you were done.
No. I have one more.
Okay.
And this is a really nice closing one, which was on the other tab. And I'm going here. Okay. And let me go to the images. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. All the way at the end, we have.
Aww. Nice.
Spectacular memories in spectacles.
Yes.
Who posted this? I don't know. Not sure who posted it.
John.
Karen
Schuler, yeah.
Yep. Okay. And now I'm done.
Good. That was good.
Nicely done.
And you know what? Last week we had a GDG post from Melanie Paul saying, why are we worried about the time? Well, we aren't really worried about the time. It's just an opportunity for me to hassle Greg more about him taking so long. And he does such a fun job with the profiles of the week. And we certainly don't want to keep him from doing that. I don't know if he heard her and he decided not to be so hot air, long-winded today. But, it went faster, and I hope it wasn't because of that, because we really don't have a schedule. We don't have to end the show at 11. It was just fun, poking fun at Greg. So that's all it was. So
It takes as long as it takes.
takes as long as it takes, or as short as it takes,
or as short as it takes.
The 16th is Friday date night. If you don't have that on your schedule, Friday date night. There's other stuff going on. WikiTree has turned into an events place. WikiTree is turned into a destination place for genealogy. So check G2G to see what is pinned, what information is there. Betsy, since she joined our little group, has been on top of making sure that we are getting promoted. Thank you so much, Betsy.
Yes.
So that more people know about this. And we usually have a pretty good following on Saturday morning. So we need to figure out how to get a schedule up to see the schedule. AON has a schedule, and they're working on getting that so you can see when all of these events are happening. Like, I forgot about Ask Alish, or I would have been there because I have lots of questions.
Oh, good. Good.
Like the first one is, will I see him in March? That's my first question for Alish, and he's here, so maybe
he could answer
that.
here, or
will
you
I
could wait
see
till January.
all of Alish's family in March is what I want to know. Really, not that I don't want to see him because he's like my favorite WikiTreeer. Don't tell anybody else. Got a couple of things coming up that Chris wants us to know about. Have you heard that family tree tools will become tree apps? Are you familiar with that, Greg?
Yeah, so I think the idea was that the dynamic tree is going to replace the link to the currently when you click on family tree and tools at the top of the page.
I'm going up there. I'm zooming up there.
Zooming up there.
There we go. Family tree and
tools. Okay.
So there, instead of that view, it'll be the dynamic tree and tools there. So there'll be multiple options to choose from.
So the dynamic
but we're not going to lose, like, this pedigree display will not be lost. It'll be one of the options.
This is the dynamic tree here.
That's one of them.
Oh,
and the fan chart's another. Like, you can see the drop down there is right. See, okay. What I'm saying is, if you click on the drop down, you can choose the dynamic tree, or you could click on fan chart.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yep, down here. There we go.
No, that's not what I meant. But that's if you go back up to the dynamic tree.
Where am I? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So in there, see the Galden dynamic tree go button. Go. No, big giant go button. Go to the left of that.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
So you can choose any one of those to view, and it'll build. Like, these are the thing that we started working on during Hacktoberfest.
This one may take a while.
Some of them take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the idea is we're going to continue working on that. So Chris said January, maybe February. I know that I've got some features of the fan chart to port over from the standalone app to this version of the app. So I still have a little bit of work left to do that I want to make better. But
I haven't seen a couple of these. Maybe I have. I like that layout.
Yeah.
And these are good. If you're doing talks for genealogy societies and stuff, it's fun to do some of these different presentation type things for your presentation. So you grab different trees. Oh, the printer friendly one.
Yeah.
So you can get some of these. I use this one. I use the one that comes up at the very top of that family tree and tools. I use that one in a lot of presentations.
I like that one too. So I don't want to lose that one. We're not going to lose it.
And what's that? This one is going to be referred to as what? This view?
Probably the pedigree view, I think.
Okay. Because my eye is just so used to this view now that I need to do something quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. So if you go and check that out, read through what Chris has written, and answer information. Like somebody didn't know how to access these
Yeah.
tree apps, and I just went about it different than Greg does.
That's okay.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Challenge 24, Mariah Carey's Ancestors.
Yes.
They're wrapping that one up. What day
Well, they're
are they
just starting it actually this week.
They're starting it this week. They're wrapping it up, though. We discussed that at the end of December.
I think they end on the 22nd or 23rd.
Okay.
And then we start the Secret Santa Challenge. So we've got 2 weeks to sign up for the Secret Santa Challenge. But meanwhile, you can actually take part in Mariah Carey's challenge.
Right. Which is in the process. And they just wrapped up Mark Cuban. My question was, is Mark Cuban actually put a challenge to Eowyn? He said to Eowyn, I doubt you'll be able to find anything.
And did they?
You know what? We need to have Mindy turn on her mic and come in and tell us.
Is that today that Mindy's doing that?
No, they wrapped up Mark Cuban
last week. Right?
Last week.
So last week.
So Mariah Carey is the one coming up the 15th of December through the 22nd. So if you want to get in on that, jump in. Nice. Tommy Buck's already in there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, they got the question on the middle name field. Obviously, a lot of people wanting to get their vote in. I'm scared to see what that one's going to be. Up.
Uh-oh. Red flag.
Yeah. Shh. No, 125, and the yeses are just 74. Yeah, I don't want to lose that data field.
No.
My opinion. Okay. And again, if you want to do something fun with WikiTree's 15th anniversary, let Eowyn know. Check out the post here in G2G. Make sure you vote those up and vote up our video for today.
Yes.
Because we like your votes too.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week when we do another Saturday live cast. And we did not, Melanie, this was not planned.
No.
3 minutes early. Betsy, did you have something else to say?
No, I think I'm also a reminder that we're off on the 24th, but we're going to have a big celebration, a Roundup celebration on the 31st.
Yes, we are. Bring your champagne, your mug, and your noisemakers. And Donna Bauman says, I believe Mark Cuban wrap up should be at noon today. So join them on YouTube. Yay.
All right.
Christine Daniels says we already have 14 Secret Santa wishes.
Nice.
What would I want from Secret Santa if I had the chance? I don't know. So we will see you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday.
Same WikiTree time, same WikiTree folks.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us.